In today's world, a new type of race is secretly but fiercely unfolding. The artificial intelligence arms race between the two superpowers on the planet, the United States and China. They are going head-to-head in an all-out war that isn't about territory or traditional weapons, but one much more futuristic. A competition that could reshape the future of global power, money, and even how countries defend themselves. How did we get here? And more importantly, who will win? The US and China have always been rivals. Whether it's about who is the strongest military, the biggest economy, or the best technology, they have been in competition for decades. But the race for AI? That's different. AI has the potential to revolutionize everything, from the way businesses operate to how wars are fought. Winning this race could mean not just a technological advantage, but also the power to influence economies, security, and even people's everyday lives. In 2017, China made its intentions very clear. It laid out a bold strategy called the New Generation Artificial Intelligence Development Plan. The goal? Become the global leader in AI by 2030. China is aiming not only to dominate AI research, but also to build entire industries around it. Meanwhile, the United States already has a lead. Companies like Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI are well ahead, pushing the boundaries of AI technology for years. But China is catching up fast. And what's at stake here isn't just about who gets bragging rights. It's about way more than that. And we'll get back to this later. But what exactly sparked this sudden burst of AI competition? And how did it become such a high-stakes race? For a long time, the United States was the clear leader in technology. Silicon Valley was a powerhouse, and American universities were cranking out groundbreaking research in AI and machine learning. The US seemed poised to stay ahead. But then China started to make some big moves that put it neck and neck with the US. One of China's biggest advantages is its enormous amount of data. AI needs data to learn and improve. And the more data you have, the better your AI can get. With over 1.4 billion people and a society that's increasingly connected, China has access to more data than anywhere else in the world. In the US, privacy laws and public concern over how personal data is used often hold things back. But in China, the government has a much freer hand to collect and use data, giving its tech companies like Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent a huge advantage. These companies are leading the charge in AI development, focusing on areas like facial recognition, autonomous systems, and voice technology. But it's not just the data. China's government is playing a massive role in pushing the country's AI ambitions forward. The government has poured billions of dollars into AI research, set up national labs, funded startups, and even made AI education a priority in schools. Everything is coordinated, from top to bottom. This means China can focus on exactly the areas of AI that will benefit its national interests, whether that's boosting its economy or strengthening its military. AI weaponization plays a massive factor, which we will talk about soon. Meanwhile, the US continues to innovate. Companies like OpenAI and DeepMind are at the forefront of AI research, constantly pushing the limits of what AI can do. But unlike China, where the government is steering the ship, the US AI scene is led by private companies. This allows for a lot of creativity and competition, but it also means there's less coordination between the government and the private sector. Yes, the Pentagon is putting more money into AI, especially for defense. But many in Washington are worried that the US might not be moving fast enough to stay ahead of China. Now, let's talk about where things get really intense. AI in warfare. AI isn't just about making life easier with smart devices and self-driving cars. It's also going to play a huge role in future combat. Imagine a world where autonomous drones, AI-powered cyber attacks, and intelligent surveillance systems can decide the outcome of conflicts. Both the US and China are ramping up their military AI projects. Whoever can master these AI technologies first might hold the upper hand in any future global conflict. But there's more at play here than just military might. As the US and China push ahead in the AI race, it isn't just about building the most advanced AI systems. It's also about something equally important. Who will set the global standards for AI? The country that shapes the rules for how AI is used, regulated, and understood will have a huge say in how the technology develops across the world. And both the US and China obviously want to take that lead. The question is, who will prevail? But first, let's look at why each country wants to win. In China, AI is more than just a tool for boosting the economy. It's a powerful tool for state control. AI-driven technologies like facial recognition and surveillance systems are already widely used, giving the government more control over its population. They've even integrated AI into their social credit system, which tracks and scores people's behavior. This system has sparked major debates about privacy and human rights. But China is pressing forward, and its surveillance technology is already being sold to other countries. By exporting this technology, China is spreading its influence globally, and many governments are finding these AI surveillance systems hard to resist because they're affordable and highly efficient. The US, on the other hand, is dealing with a different challenge. There's a growing conversation in America about the ethical use of AI. Tech companies, lawmakers, and advocacy groups are all weighing in, calling for more regulations, transparency, and responsibility in AI development. The US wants to ensure that AI is developed in a way that respects privacy and human rights. But here's where it gets tricky. The US doesn't have a unified stance on AI governance. Private companies, government agencies, and universities all have their own ideas about how AI should be handled. While this leads to important debates, it also slows down the process, making it harder for the US to present a clear position on the world stage. So, the big question remains: who is going to win this AI race? Will the US be able to hold on to its lead in research and innovation? Or will China's massive data advantage and government-backed strategy help it pull ahead? And what about the rules of AI? Will the US and its allies succeed in shaping a global framework that other countries follow? Or will China's approach, focused on control and surveillance, become the global standard? Earlier, we talked about what the stakes are, and they couldn't be higher. For China, winning the AI race is about more than just technology. It's about shifting the global balance of power. For the US, it's about maintaining its position as the leader in innovation and ensuring that the future of AI is built on democratic principles. The outcome of this race won't just decide which country has the best AI. It could shape the future of global politics, security, and even how societies function. The AI arms race between the US and China is unlike any competition we have seen before. This isn't just about technology. It's about control over the future. As the two superpowers pour billions into AI research and push their strategies forward, The world will have to wait and see which vision for AI, open, transparent, and democratic, or centralized and controlled, will guide our future. What happens next could and will change everything. Whoever wins this war could set the rules for how AI shapes economies, security, and even our daily lives. Did you find this interesting? Then we invite you to have a look at this video about how AI will change the future of warfare.